listen, man, she was at that party, that all-white Michael Rubin party, and I was, oh, man. Whew, you know what I'm saying? That shit was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I was a little upset about that.
What about it?
Just that she was there, like, again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people's intentions, man. I know this industry. You can't fucking put none past me, nobody. I've been on it I've been on it at every level at high levels. And I know their intentions. You know what I'm saying? I know their intentions. That's why they never liked me, because my eyes would, I come with exposure. I could just see it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? I just, as a father, parties like that with people of that influence and that type of stature, you just, you know what I'm saying?
You ever been to a Diddy party?
Nah. I went to
party?
Okay, so I went to one, but not at his crib. It was at Nas was there. It was at somewhere in Manhattan. But I never been to no crib party or nothing like that. Like Diddy really, me and Diddy got a song together. Diddy did a song, but me and Diddy really never really kicked it and shit. Like it was always me and Stevie or me and Mario. Like me and Stevie got cool because, you know what I'm saying? Like Diddy, you know what I'm saying? He's his own type of lane. Like me and Stevie kind of related more. We was kind of wild outside. Stevie wanted to be outside. I was outside, nigga. Like I don't think Diddy even wanted me hanging around Stevie when we first met, to be honest. I think like, you know what I'm saying? I think Diddy might have been like, yo, be careful around him or, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But Sleaze was wild boy, so I was a wild boy and we just was wild boys together. This was way before Love and Hip Hop, you know what I'm saying? So, but as far as Diddy, like, yeah, he, you know what I'm saying? I always like, like when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? Because I always felt like I had my guys. It was me and my guys. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's necessary, because Diddy's the guy, you know what I mean?
Diddy's got his guys. He's just making the guys his wife.
Man, that's...
Allegedly.
Listen, but let me tell you something, right? I mean...
The guys are prostitutes.
But you can relate to that, though. But you can relate to that.
A little bit, yeah.
So
no, but he allegedly was forcing it upon her.
That I don't think. I don't see that the part. I don't see that. That's going on for a long time. Like everything you sign up for, you sign up. Whatever you sign up for, you know what you sign up for. Whatever you receive payment for, you're receiving payment for. Now you could try to twist it later on any way you want to twist it, but money was given, a lot of money was given way before that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not condoning any of that. I'm just saying, if that's what they fetish is, that's a fetish. That's nobody's business. And then nobody should be able to have judgment of that if that's what he gets off to.
Right. It's kind of hard to imagine it was not consensual at all throughout the entirety of the relationship, right?
I'm saying, I'm sure it didn't happen just one time.
You end up marrying this freaky ass dude or dating this freaky dude for this long?
10 years?
Yeah.
10 years. We're talking a fucking decade. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how long 10 years is in one relationship? That's like forever. You know what I'm saying? That's the equivalent of forever. So come on, man. Like, shit, there was a lot of freaky shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so is there a lot of stuff with Coy where you just kind of have to sit back and be like, I'm going to let you make your own mistakes? If you see her doing something that you don't necessarily agree with, you kind of just got to fall back.
Now that's what I'm doing. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's the best, because all this back and forth on the internet and all this, it's just too much, man. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to go through it. I know hopefully she doesn't want to, but at the end of the day, what Coy just has to realize is I love her to death. But, Coy has her career. I have my career. I also have my reputation. I've been, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, nowadays in this industry, your reputation can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the up, I'm going up, I'm moving forward. I'm not going backwards. So I don't want any smoke, surely with my daughter or people perceiving things that may not be true. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys are good right now?
I mean, you know what? I think we're good as long as we stay off the internet with that foolishness. I think it's always, like, she's my daughter, and hopefully she feels the same way. We'll always be good. But, let's see, how can I say it? I gotta be real careful with your words on this subject, you know what I'm saying, Adam? I've learned a lot communicating on the internet, and I've learned a lot as far as expectations of what I perceive something to be. Like, I have to, realize, you know what I'm saying, what's in front of me and deal with that. And, you know what I'm saying, just deal with that the best way I can, opposed to trying to live up to an expectation. So.
It's part of life. You got to kind of let go of the things that you don't control. And having a kid is the ultimate example of that, because they're just going to be an adult one day and they're going to go off and...
I mean, listen, I was her hero up until I think all girls at 16 years old, they go boy crazy, they want to smoke, and now what father's just going to be like, hey, go ahead, go with boys, yeah, go ahead, you want weed? I got a pound in the back. Like, you know, what father's going to do that? Like, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know.
You have to hold them back, even though you know so much of this is inevitable.
Hey, listen, Coy never stripped. Think of that. All that stuff she doing, you know what I'm saying? My baby never stripped. And shout out to all the strippers and all the dancers out there. I am not disrespecting, I'm just saying.
But you've seen so much of it that you don't want that for her.
No, but just not, I'm saying, like, she had a father in her life to think twice about what's my dad and my mom gonna. Usually ones that don't do it is deterred from thinking what's my dad and my mom gonna think.
But now the weird thing is that normal girls on Instagram are almost impossible to separate them from the porn stars when I'm scrolling through, because just the normal way of dressing or the normal photos that you take are basically things that you couldn't have imagined anyone doing besides porn stars up until like 5-10 years ago.
There's no difference. I mean they're naked.
Yeah,
they're naked. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised the FCC is allowing it. No, for real, that's what always kind of like weirded me out. Like, the FCC really is allowing all this shit to take place now. Is that because someone's saying, hey, it can't be because they don't know what's going on, right? Because they've never done this. Has never happened like this before. Even certain songs that get played on radio in the daytime, you know, the stuff that's being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was never allowing that shit back day like that, not in the daytime.
But all the sexual shit is allowed. But meanwhile, if you say anything, like, at this point, the radio has figured out every single word that means a gun. And all that shit is edited out. Whereas it used to be able to say, like, I got a strap, and they hadn't figured out what a strap meant yet.
Right.
But now everything is in terms of violence shit is usually edited out on the radio, but all the sexual shit's kind of fine.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we're in a hypersexualized society, and, you know, I only got one daughter, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I got sons and one daughter, and I'm being like, thank God I didn't have another daughter, because daughters are hard. You know what I'm saying? Daughters are hard. For a street guy, for a guy from the street that's not with the mother, it's a hard situation with daughters. And it does play a difference being a street guy. I swear to God, there are factors in being a street guy that make it harder with the daughter.
Right.
I swear to God. Because you're living a type of life that you just don't even want to be around your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
How many times
you don't think of that about?
How many times you put hands on a guy that she was dating?
I've never even seen Coy dating.
Oh, okay.
She's never brought a guy around me.
Okay.
Coy was like a tomboy for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Coy wasn't into boys for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, my influence on Coy was good, because that's how it was supposed to be. You can't, it's like, when you don't have no father in your life, it goes all the way left, you know, sometimes. Unless your mother really has her hands on you. It's the early years that you gotta get the kids, because those are the years that's going to shape them forever. It's those learning years that's going to shape them. It's those experiences that's going to shape them. So you want to keep them as kids and as learning within that in that realm of learning. Don't speed up. Don't give them content of a 20-something-year-old. You're gonna, you know what I mean? That's what's going on now. I mean, you know. So look, listen. If I had a handbook on being a father, I would give it out for free. But I don't, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning this shit going along too. And each time I've been in court, child support. I'm on child support now. So, you know what the
For other kids?
No, I don't go for Zeno. You know, I'm on child support.
Right. Damn, yeah, it's crazy. It's like the best thing and the hardest thing you'll ever have to do, huh?
It is. I've went through so many gun battles and wars and trials. So much shit. There's nothing worse than dealing with the child stuff. Can't see him in court, this, that, but that shit will stress you. That's the stress shit. The street shit, I got that. But that's the most stressful shit ever. Because at the end of it, with me anyways, my conscience is like, I know my kids love me. You know what I'm saying? But when, you're away and the mother has a lot of influence on the child. That's why it's important for you to, keep a bond with your child even if you don't live with them. Like I said, I had Coy for 4 or 5 months. She lived with me a couple of times. 4 or 5 months out of the year. She was with me, living with me. All my kids were, because she has a little brother, Taj, and there's Ray Ray. And he was with me. So, but I'm happy for her, man. It's you know what I mean? Like she's the thing about her, she's just not like music. She's everything. Like she's modeling, you know what I'm saying? She's cooking. She has a great personality. I just hope she gets more into acting. I told her, I said, man, you need to start really getting into acting. You know what I'm saying? Really start,
It was kind of crazy seeing her career blossom too, because I basically interviewed her when she really wasn't popping musically yet.
I told you that.
But then as she started to blow up, I also was seeing on Twitter, like as she's getting big, there's also like a big tide of people who want to turn her into a meme and want to convince everybody that she has no talent and she fucking sucks. And that was kind of wild for me to realize, like, this is all the same thing. Like as you blow up, you also are going to have to deal with the fucking mobs of people that want to see you fail.
Well, it's a thin line.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. A lot of people are just psychologically fooling themselves. A lot of them, a big percentage of those people who say they hate you really, really admire you. They just don't know how to say it.
Some of them are your biggest fans. They don't like the new song, but they love you and they want you to make the music that they want.
It took me a while to understand that.